What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Happy Saturday. Welcome to round 2 of our locals. Here you've got me playing once again my Dragon Links for round 2, and my good friend Reno here on the left playing his creme de la creme. He is Terriermon. Well, I don't know if his creme de la creme would be his Terriermon or his Digimon. I don't know, it depends which one he likes more. He says Digimon is his favorite villain, but I kind of feel like his better deck is Terriermon. I mean, he definitely plays it better. Like, it is easier to pilot. Digimon is very top heavy, whereas Terriermon's a little bit more like nicely mixed within like all the levels. Alright, looks like I'm going here first. I always start off with those AA Digimons. And here I'm gonna, I don't get the Evo, but I do get to start off with a Jazzedmon. I do pick up a Lavorvomon. Unfortunately, doesn't seem like I have the level 3, so it's not the best start, and I don't seem to have like a Hina on me. So it is gonna be what it is for now. Ren looks like he's got a pretty decent start going, hatching, going into a Terriermon. Let's see if he has a Searcher, hopefully. If he does, then he's got literally the best start he could possibly have. Only thing that could make it better is a Tamer. Looks like we're having fun. It's always fun playing against Reno because we're always just like joking around and shooting the breeze. Like, it's always fun. Like, it's always such a weeby match. We just enjoy. Reno just enjoys playing games, and that's what I love about playing against Reno. Like, I always have so much fun when playing against Reno, just because like it's not serious. It's always like a fun joke. It's like just so chill. There, I'm just correcting myself because I put down the Tamer before swinging, and I was like, wait, that's a bad mistake. Can I rewind? Here, Reno's just going to continue his turn. He's going to be dropping a Henry, and I think because of the Terriermon, he gains an extra memory, so it keeps him on 0. He's going to clear my board with the Gargamon, and I think that's a pretty good idea because he's just going to try and control the board because he has no idea what this deck does. I think this was the first weekend I played it, so he's just kind of like figuring it out, I think, as he goes. He Golden Armors into Rapidmon, which probably begs me the question why he had to kill the Jazzed. I'm sure the Rapidmon could have DP reduced the Jazzed to death, but I guess it is what it is. Swinging in with the Gale, I just get my draw going. I think here I'm just explaining like how the deck functions, because this is the thing Reno and I do, because we're so chill. I like introducing Reno to the weird decks I'm playing and kind of how they function. I don't mind telling him like this is how you beat me, basically, because I feel like it's all in the good spirit. We're such a casual locals that it doesn't matter one way or another if either of us knows how each other's deck works, because like if win or lose, we're just here to have fun. Here I'm just going to go, as you can see, for the Lava, and I'm just going to search, get a Jazzerich off the top. So I've got secured the level 5. I do have the Hina, which means I can de-Digivolve on Evo next turn. It's going to depend how he passes the turn here. He's going to Evo into the normal Rapidmon, not the Golden Rapidmon. He's going to swing, and he's going to tap the Henry to suspend one of my Digimon, get a draw off the Gummymon. He's going to hit into my level 8, but I believe he has a DP bonus right now, which means he won't be deleted. Then again, he's going to keep that board control going by just hitting into the Lavorvomon. Not a big deal, because the more time he wastes clearing the board, the more time I have to like collect pieces. Because the thing with Dragon Links is like we do have to hard play everything, which is a bit of a detriment. But at the same time, because we're hard playing a lot of things, it also sometimes makes things easier. This situation is looking very enticing because a single Volcanic Dramon messes this board up proper. But we'll have to wait and see if it is a card I have in my hand. Looks like I'm just going to go for a Jazzedmon here. I'm going to fetch a Hina and Metallic, which is nice. Oh, I do already have the Jazzerich, tapping the Hina, playing a Hina and de-Digivolving 1. Then I'm going to... wait. Oh. Yeah, looks like that's all I can do for the turn. Because the Evo does pass it. Oh, I was hoping I could go into a Metallic as well. It looks like he's going to just suspend my Jazzerich. He's going to swing in We're just checking the DP values here because I believe the Jazzed does give Jazzed Rich 1000 DP, if I'm not mistaken. And then we're going to go into security here. I didn't see what we hit, but clearly it wasn't strong enough because we survived. We're going in for another security. Oh, another Hina. That's just punishing in so many ways. The thing about hitting Hinas in security is it's so dangerous because it just accelerates the Dragon Link strategy like into insane degrees. Drops a Willis, but I go all the way up to 6 because each Hina's got their thing. I promote swing with the Sunazari, go for the search. Is this the first time Rain has seen me do the search? Because it seems like I'm explaining the search to him. Looks like I've seen a Lavorvamon and a Jazzedmon. Either of these options is fine. They both have like the same on-play effect, so it's really up to me what the inherent effect I'm going after is. Because Jazzed is 1k DP, and I believe Lavorvamon it deletes like a 3k or something like that. I go for the Lavorvamon. Hitting the flower cannon shot, I'll just, I'll suspend that for you quick. Oh gosh, when you hit option cards of security that you really don't really care too much about. Alright, here I think I'm trying to figure out how to do this in the best way possible, because technically speaking, this is one of those situations where I can like play a mad... Why am I doing this? Oh wait, no, hold on. Yep, there we go, rewind that. Right, this is one of those situations where instead of just hard casting, it's better, more, and spends less memory to rather go up this way. So we're gonna delete, drop the last, wow, the last Hina was in my hand, holy. And then we're gonna end it off by going to the metallic, tapping all 3 Hinas, and basically board wiping here. Because each Hina will proc the on-play effect individually. So the first Hina will proc de-digivolving, deleting nothing. Then the second one will proc de-digivolving, but now deleting because the level 3 is good enough. And then the next one will de-digivolve and delete the Terriermon, wiping the board and then rebooting for blocker for the following turn. This is one of those moments where like you look at your deck and you're like, this is absolutely unfair, and then you realize, but this is a very unique situation where everything has kind of lined up perfectly for you, and that happens a lot in Digimon. Oh, here I'm just showing Reina what I could have done, because I think what I was waiting for was for the Gargomon to be evoed, because I think the Gargomon would be the only thing that would survive if I played the Volcanic Dramon. And also wouldn't have a blocker. Like, I know you can suspend my Digimon, but it's still nice to have the blocker on board just in case. Because you never know. And then here I'm just showing him all the AAs for the Dragon Link deck I got. I have this knack. I enjoy getting an AA of each card from my deck. So like, the Sakuyamon deck, I think I'm just missing a Renamon. And then I've got one of each AA for Sakuya, including the new maid mode that came out like end of last year. When Dragon Lance came out, my first objective was at least getting a singular AA of everything. I managed to pull 2, though, of Metallic, but I did have to order a Volcanic and order the Hina. It was so rough, because the Hinas were just going in and out of stock. It was insane. Here is my tech spice, though, for this deck, and it is a Millenniumon. So, Millenniumon is crazy. It's a level 7. It only evos onto black, so it only works with a metallic, but it bottom decks one of your opponent's Digimon, and then trashes all the sources. And then if Millenniumon is deleted, either by battle or by card effect, and he had sources underneath him, he brings himself back just to be a body, but that's still a 15k beat stick. So, nothing exactly to scoff at, but it's still funny to do the on Digivolve effect, because Millenniumon hasn't been in rotation for like years now, and here I am just casually dropping a Millenniumon in 2023, being like, yeah, just send that to the bottom of the deck for me, please. Like, there's so many old Digimon cards that are still good, and it's one of the great things I love about this game. A card never really goes out rotation, because Bandai's doing a great job of maintaining a certain power level threshold to their cards, where they're like, we'll let it do the same thing as everything else, and we'll just give it a different flavor of doing that same thing to avoid a situation where we just blatantly power creep everything by increasing its attack values, decreasing its evolution cost. Like, they're maintaining a good standard of, this is how this mechanic works, this is how this mechanic works, and then we'll have archetypes that fool around with the mechanic a little bit. Nothing serious. Like, Armor Rush will always work, like Armor Purge will always work the way it does, DNA will always work the way it does. It's just flavors of how they do it. For example, the new Vmon deck, which DNAs from by reviving things from the trash to DNA. Like, that's great. It still holds to the DNA standard, it just does it in a cool, unique way. Oh, here I'm just giving Reno a card because he, like I said, he loves Diaboromon, and Catastrophe Cannon is great and all, but I feel like Laser Cannon is just so much better. So I think he's just lends him the card there to take a photo so he can go order it for himself. Because it is a really good generic black staple that I feel if you play a black deck, you should at least run like maybe 2. Because Digivolve deletes something that's, I believe it's roughly around the 5k mark or something like that. Or it's level restricted, something along those lines. But the fact that it can Digivolve and then still delete is what makes it great. Oh, speaking of great, look at this start. Evoing into a Galemon, meaning I've got the draw on the turn 3, and a Hina. Oh, life is good. Reno is playing around that a bit by using his memory boost instead of dropping down like a Terriermon Searcher, just to make sure I don't get the Hina, and then he evos in the back so I don't get the Hina proc. It doesn't matter, I still get the draw off the Galemon. It dies, but it doesn't matter. I don't really need it. Here we go for the Jazzard. We do hit into a name, so we can add that to hand and then pass the turn over. He's going to promote up this Gargamon. Probably going to Evo, then Swig, I imagine. Taking a minute to decide. No, we're popping the memory boost first so we can just get that little bit extra and dropping down another. Well, we found every Terriermon we could want. We grabbed the Searcher Terriermon. Are we going to drop down straight away? More than likely, yes. Alright, we're dropping the Terriermon down. We are searching and finding quite a bit, actually. There are a lot of good options there. We're going to go with the Gargamon for the Evo and shuffle everything else to the bottom of the deck. My Hina's going to proc, putting me up to... I have another Galemon to Evo into the freshly hatched Digimon. And I just go straight into the Jazzard, Digivolve, no deletion, because that's Metallic Dramon's thing. Jazzerich just Digivolves, because that would be broken if it did both. Like, Bandai's fair. They're fair. They do some weird stuff, but they're fair. On that, it just passes the turn. Here, Reina's just going to drop down a Willis and Evo, Oh, Evo for free. Okay, I thought he was going to pass the turn on the Evo. I was about to say, like, that feels like such a waste. Because he should get a bit more aggressive, especially because of how Dragon Links works. Like, he's already established that he can't board control because I just rebuild. But he's also not being aggressive enough, I feel. So here I'm just going to go with the Gale. I'm going to pop, get a draw at least. He's already down to 3 security. Go into the big boy, Digivolve, deletes. Reno just kind of contemplating his life decisions. Me going in for 2 checks, hitting into a Mechagargo and a Willis, and dropping down a hero, rebooting for the turn pass. Not looking great on Reno's side. On the plus side, I don't run any hybrids, not even like one-ofs, because I don't feel this deck needed it, and the deck space was kind of tight. Despite the level 3 slots being very flexible, I did still want a consistent lineup of Galemon, so I could hit those Gigimon draws. So I don't play any hybrid, so he doesn't have to worry about hybrid for game, but he's on basically a 2-turn clock at the least. So he is going to need to pick up the pace a little bit from here. Looks like he's going to tap his Willis, basically making his Gargamon free. He's going to go for the draw here. Probably he's looking to go all the way up to a mech. Goes here into the Rapid for cheap. I'm assuming he's going for the Mecha Gargomon here, because if he doesn't, goes for the swing first. Oh wait, I think he messed up an ordering here. Oh yes, he did mess up an ordering here because he wanted to suspend my metallic before swinging. I believe it took so long because I was offering him the replay, but I think he just chose against it. We choose when we don't want to take the replay from each other. It depends on like how badly we mess up. If it was like such a simple thing that we screwed up, we normally like hold ourselves accountable. And then when it's like a huge combo that was really hard to follow, that we just lost track of what we were doing, we normally kind of just like let each other like, yeah, you can rewind that. I personally don't care. Insult to the mistake. Ooh, because he was going to try and clear the metallic Dramon as well on that previous turn. Pain. So now I just basically invalidated his whole turn with the Millenniumon. Ugh, life is rough. I think here we're just talking. I'm apologizing probably profusely. He's contemplating life choices. I promote. I don't even waste time. And I'm just gonna clean that out. It's fine. Oh, and with the dice falling, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is going to be it. Thank you again for watching. This was round 2 of last week's locals. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for round 3, and then once again on Monday for round 4 and the finals. Of course, because I lost round 1, I'm probably not going to go all the way to, I'm not going to be like number 1, like first place. I think for this tournament I came like 5th or something due to the mechanics of how points are calculated in the tournament system, but is what it is. Be sure to tune in. Don't forget to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me if you guys are liking this, because this is the first time I'm trying these like short chunked videos. Let me know if it's working for you. If it's not, I'll go back to the long form, full hour and a half long videos. It was easier for editing, I won't lie, but also like an hour long video I felt was a lot of content for someone to just sit and digest. So I figured this would be a lot easier for people to enjoy. Let me know if it's working for you guys. If it's not, I'll switch back. But if it is working for you, then I will continue this going forward. So until next time, guys, have a lovely day. Peace.